Hey there guys, it's Carly. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am giving you my top tips for creating an effective home office or study space, whether you are working from home or just using it simply to study for school or university. Here are some of the things that you need to keep in mind. Okay, so the first thing is that you need to have a designated location that is specifically designed just for work or study. So it can't be your kitchen table or your bed. Those things are for eating or for sleeping in. We need something where you can go to and you know in your mind that that is the space that you're going to sit down and get work done. So if possible, try and dedicate a specific room as your home office or your study. If you're living at home currently and you don't have a space outside of your bedroom, at least create a space or a zone in your bedroom that is your study space. Next thing that you need to keep in mind is when you are actually designing your study space, you want it to have enough light. So here I've got my desk and I've got a big window that shines a lot of light in. It's not directly in my face. We don't want to have to be looking at the sun because that exposure can sort of, give you headaches and things like that. But you do want to have enough light. You also want to be able to have an overhead light and, if necessary, a lamp on your desk. In terms of the desk itself, you want to have a desk that is big enough for you to be able to spread out, put all of your things down. You don't want it too small. You don't want it filled up with a whole heap of other things that are not sort of study or work related. You also want to be able to have a chair that is sturdy and that is easy to move in and out. One other thing that I think is quite obvious is that you need to be able to have access to PowerPoints nearby. So behind this picture here, I've got a PowerPoint and I do have a double adapter in it. So I'm able to have a number of cords for my lamps, my computers, other things that I need to charge nearby. So I can have all of my essentials sort of in the one space and I don't have to have things in PowerPoints and charging in different sections of the room for me to have to get up and go get them. They're all here, it's easy access for me. When actually planning out the design of your study space, one thing that I do suggest is to have some inspiring or motivating visuals. So as you can see, I've got some artwork, I've got some awards. You might like to have pictures of places that you want to go. You might want to have your vision board. You might want to have some inspiring quotes. All of these things can help brighten up and enliven your study space and just make it a little bit more of a motivating place for you to be able to sit down and get work done. The next thing that I think is an absolute must for every study space or home office is to have a diary or wall planner. So you might like to have something with the month or the term up on the wall, or you might like to have a physical diary. So this is the one that I use. It's just a 2020 diary. It's got like heaps of stickers and like fun colors in it. So it makes it sort of exciting and motivating for me to really get organized. Next up, I think it's also important that your study space have adequate access to stationery supplies. So some of my go-to stationery are different colored highlighters, pens and markers. So I like to have like a nice rainbow aesthetic and I like to have a bunch of different colors. I coordinate my diary in terms of these colors, and I also have a range of different notebooks for different purposes, and I use the colors in there for various reasons, but also to keep it aesthetically pleasing. Another essential must-have for any study space is notebooks or exercise books. Obviously, if you're a student, I strongly recommend having an exercise book, A4 size at least, for every single subject. I know a lot of subjects are becoming more computer-based, but it is proven that you do retain more information when you write it down. So yes, have things organized on your computer, but also use your exercise books for revision or your day-to-day activities. My final tip for creating a aesthetically pleasing and organized and effective study space is obviously to have access to a device. So I just use this MacBook. It's secondhand, it's not top of the line, and I don't necessarily recommend Mac, but I think having a laptop is a little bit more space effective than having a computer. Computers can be big and bulky. Laptops are good in the sense that you can easily move them around, and whenever I need to use this middle space on my desk, I can just move my laptop to the side and I've got heaps more room. Whereas if I had a desktop computer, it would pretty well be like fixed in place and would take up a significant portion of my desk. I hope that some of those tips were helpful to you, and that seeing my redesign of my study space motivated and inspired you to either create your own study space or to revamp a study space that you currently have. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below. I put out videos every Wednesday and Saturday. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.